let me catch my breath. Ooh. Baywatch. So Baywatch stars Dwayne Johnson, Zac Efron, Priyanka Chopra, I believe is how you pronounce her name, Alexandra Daddario, McKinny Jon Bass, and Ilfenesh Hadera. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I'm not entirely sure there, guys. And this is a movie remake of a classic TV show which I didn't really watch at all. I mean, I knew it existed and that it was basically lifeguards that solve crimes or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. But it seemed to be popular enough to garner a movie remake many years later, in which we follow a team of lifeguards who discover that there may be a secret drug organisation going on in their bay, which threatens not only the bay itself, but everyone who likes to go there, everyone who works there. It will basically destroy everything, and now it's their job. Well, not really their job, but they're going to try and find out who it is and bring them down. And from the trailer of this movie, I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting dumb fun. That's all I wanted from this movie, just a dumb action movie that made me laugh and entertained me. And this is a very entertaining movie. It is stupidly over the top and it knows that. The opening scene where Dwayne Johnson emerges from the sea carrying someone he has just saved, the title Baywatch comes up from the sea behind him and dolphins do somersaults in front of it. That immediately lets you know the tone that this movie is going to take. And if you watch the opening scene and then continue to expect a crime drama that'll have you on the edge of your seat with very smart twists, then you're not going to get that, because that's not what this movie is. It's dumb fun and it knows that. It embraces that, and in that I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, the main positives about this film are the cast. They all do an incredible job in this film. They all give a great performance. Their chemistry is great. Dwayne Johnson, no matter what movie he's in, he brings a lot of charisma behind the character he's playing, and you can never hate the guy. Every line he has in this movie, no matter how over the top, ridiculous and dumb it is, he says it with such energy and charisma that you can't help but love it. Zac Efron was also really good in this movie. He's really impressed me with the comedy movie he's been in recently, from Bad Neighbours to Dirty Grandpa. This guy's got some very serious comedic talent, and it shows in this movie, especially with his back and forth with Dwayne Johnson. Alexandra Daddario is also really good in this movie, as is the lass who plays Stephanie. I won't pronounce her name again because I got it wrong last time, but I will leave it down here for you guys to read yourself. Charlotte McKinney plays CJ, who also gave a good performance, and she has a very good connection with Jon Bass's character of Ronnie, who I related to a lot more than I probably should have in this movie. Literally everything that he was basically doing, everything that happened to him was me. It basically is me. I mean, Kyle and Sam, who went to see the movie with, kept looking over at me every time he was on screen and said something, saying, "That's you, you know, that's exactly what you'd be like, that's you." And to my shame, I was sat there going, yeah, it is. Which is interesting because when I first saw the trailer to this movie and I saw his character in the trailer, I thought it was going to be the over-the-top comic relief which you just didn't need, and every joke of his was just going to fall flat. But actually, he generated most of the laughs in this movie for me. He was one of my favourite characters, and I don't know if that's because I related to him a bit more than I should have, but his comic timing was great. He was likeable, he was funny, and I really enjoyed his character. He gave a good performance as Ronnie. There are some issues I have with this movie. First off, Priyanka Chopra, she's a good actress. She gave a good performance in the film, but she wasn't that intimidating. And considering she's the villain of this overall movie, you expect her to be quite intimidating, quite threatening. I just felt like their character was very flat in this film. They didn't really have any funny lines. Every time they were on screen, I just got a bit bored. Unless, of course, they were interacting with some of the main characters there, but even then my attention shifted to the main characters that I was interested in rather than the villain. I didn't feel like there was any real danger. It's a very predictable movie. You know what's going to happen. So when the characters are actually in danger, you don't actually feel like they're in danger, that makes any sense. Also, although I enjoyed the over-the-top action and over-the-top comedy, there were a lot of moments where a lot of things didn't hit. Comedy-wise, this is a very funny movie at times, but it's constant joke after joke after joke, and in that you do miss a few good ones, but there are also a lot that really do fall flat. And there are also a lot of jokes that continue a lot longer than they should do, and in that lose the overall comedic effect that they were going for in that particular scene. As for the action sequences, they were handled fairly well, I'd say. I mean, there were a lot of moments where it was very fast cuts and very close-up shots, in which you do lose a little bit of what's happening, but overall they were handled okay. I think the biggest issue for me in this movie though was the green screen effects, because there were so many moments in this movie where you could clearly see that it was filmed on a green screen. And I understand why certain bits are filmed on green screen, but the visual effects weren't that clean. You could clearly see that it was green screen, and in that it took me out of the movie a lot more than it should have. Yeah, sure, I'm not expecting visual effects that look like Inception or anything like that. Had they cleaned it up a little bit more than they should have done, it would have looked a little bit better and wouldn't have taken me out of the movie experience. Overall though guys, Baywatch is a fun action action comedy, which I did have a really good time with. It was funny, every character had good chemistry with the other on screen. The absurd and over-the-top action sequences, although could have been handled a little bit better, were still entertaining. And despite the terrible green screen effects and a lot of the jokes not hitting as hard as they should have, and some jokes going on for longer than they should have, I had a really good time in this film, and I think a lot of people will do if you know what you're getting in for. That is just a dumb, over-the-top action comedy. And so for all of that, I have to give Baywatch 3 stars. So, Baywatch, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks as always for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.